Gerald, I know, we talked already that time we met, but now I'm getting it on tape. So I've got basically, the same three questions, and I asked this with Patty. How did you wind up homeless?
Which time?
The first time. How old were you and what happened?
I was like 16, and I went down to Plum Street and spent the summer there. And then off and on, it's been many times. What surprised me was that, when you try to go to get help, it's very complicated. And even when they help you, it's like they lower your self-esteem. They talk down to you, and it's just very complicated, very hard to get the proper help, because your self-esteem, you have to believe in yourself. If you're going to recover, you have to believe, you have to be a feeling that you are worthwhile. And particularly in this recovery field, mental health field, it's like you're hopeless, and I have to do everything for you, so I'm going to treat you like you're hopeless. And that proves that you are. And so they take everything, the person's even self-esteem away, and the idea is that they make more money, the person stays at that same level, and society is paying a high price.
Who or what rescued you?
My brother.
Tell it to me in a complete sentence. Your brother rescued you.
Okay, yeah, my brother rescued me.
Wow.
It's kind of funny because I came from a big family, and he was my oldest brother, but he was very, very studious. He was very productive, even as a kid. He used to have all kinds of job paper-ups, all kinds of stuff. But me and him were like from two different worlds, and we never really communicated. But when he saw me, he came out to the street. His name was Chief Butler, he was fire chief. And he came and got me. He dragged me out and put me in treatment. And it's kind of odd because me and him, out of the family of 14, we were the furthest apart. Now, I was clean for 8 years, and I spent all my time with him, and we got to know each other more in that short 8-year span than we did in the last 40 years, and it was beautiful.
How did he rescue you? You said go ahead.
Yeah, he just grabbed me up, he found me on the street, and he said, "You're going." And the next thing I know, I was in treatment. I stayed in treatment for 30 days. She made sure I had everything I needed. And I was about to, at my 30th day, I was on my way out. And a counselor told me I wasn't going anywhere. And I thanked him today, but I was mad then. And so I did another 90 days. Then I realized that how serious my problem was. And so I did another couple of years there.
What were the problems you were dealing with?
I started drinking when I was 11, and it was just kind of a fluke, because I was an altar boy at Annunciation Church, and so the older altar boys told me that I had all the new ones have to drink some of the wine, which I did. Then I got home that day, and I was kind of losing it. But for the first time in my life, I was no longer hearing voices. And I woke up in the morning, and that was the first time I ever slept through the night. And so I had found the cure to keep the voices out of my head. It was alcohol. And so by 15, I was gone. I was wasted. That was it. That was my life. And
how old were you when you started hearing voices?
I had always. As far back I can remember, right around when I was between 5 and 6, we were in Washington, D.C. So as far back as I can remember, but I thought they were normal. And this was the 60s, and mental health, the only mental health we knew about was Crazy Joe down the street. And no one would want to relate that, hey, I'm like Crazy Joe. So I had to keep it to myself. I would never really talk about it until I was sober.
What was the source
sometimes they say it's a brain fog, or, you know, I don't know, but I just always had her.
Are they gone now?
Yeah. There was probably some basic things that I had to deal with, and I don't know, I just never dealt with them. But when I sobered up for the first time in my life, I had stopped maturing when I was 11. When I started drinking, so I was 43 years old, but I was still 11 years old. I hadn't matured, so I had to do some rest growing up, take responsibility for my life.
What do you want people to know about that whole time period when you were homeless, that they can take away and think about other homeless people?
Just give it a shot. Give it a shot. If you're suspicious or something, use your own judgment, because there are people out here who say they're homeless and they hold homeless signs, but then they're making money, $300-$400 a day. But then there's the other person who's really rich. So it's hard. Use your heart.
You said something to us when we first met you, and I want to get that on camera. I'm probably going to have you say this on stage instead, but do you remember saying that you had been in the darkness?
Oh, yeah.
What did that mean? When you were in the darkness?
In that dark world, it's very, you've lost, you know what, I'm funny. I used to go for walks at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and there's a certain spot that the crack dealers, they own it between 11 o'clock and about 8 in the morning. So you do not come up to them unless you're going to buy it. But me, I would walk up to them and just stare them in the eye and like virtually push them out of the way. And I was just hoping that they were straight and they would take me, because when I got up in the morning in that darkness, I would say, oh no, God, not another day. And I saw, one time one of my walks, I saw a dead dog. And it occurred to me, I said, God, you took that dead dog out of his misery, but you're leaving me here. And it was at that point that I can't describe losing all hope. Because anybody in the worst situation, you always have it in the back of your mind that God is going to help you out of it. That moment, that was it. Because God loved that dog more than me. But I know now that he was walking with me. But I found that same God that was with me in the abandoned houses is with me now. And because he brought me through that, I'm not into any kind of religion, but I found a different God that really cares about me. But because he protected me, because he brought me through that, I would feel ashamed if I didn't take that misery, that poison, and turn it into medicine to help other people. Because when I do face it, he's going to say, JB, man, I saved your life. What did you do? And I know now that my values are totally different. My values are to give and to give help to other people.